Hello! What is up? What is up? What is up? Up! How are we doing? We're here. We're here. Turnabout Succession. Investigation. Day one. Day one. Day one. Day one. Let's do this thing, boys. Let's get this shit on. We're excited. And that is the whole truth of this case. Oh, Mason system. Oh my. Okay. Oh. Okay. Beep. Oh, he got fucking massacred in the deathbed. Okay. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of the lost 7 long years. Are we gonna reinstate my boy? Is that what we're doing here? Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. Oh. And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of this story. She's fucking dead. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. Oh shit. It's Christoph Galvin? It's Christoph anyway. It's Christoph. It's October 7, 10:37. Right, anything agency. Hey, fuck. Hey Apollo, look on TV. Look. Yeah. Kind of busy. Whoa, look at that. He's the last Gromari. All right, amazing. Apollo, you should be watching this. Ow! What? I was writing about our last case in my journal. Why is I supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals? And why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now, I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Noir disappeared. That's right, Uncle Valen did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. Let's get to the good part. I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expected to be look after her while he's away. What you're now seeing is a rehearsal for the greatest magic show on Earth. Happening right here at our very own Sunshine Coliseum. The Sunshine Coliseum? Hey, that's where the Gavinier's concert was. Only 3 more days until miracles happen here, right before your unbelieving eyes. The legendary troupe Gromari is performing for the first time in 7 years. Okay. That looks like Lamoire, by the way. Just saying. And that's obviously, isn't that the guy that got killed in the first case? I think I'm lying. I could be tweaking. That's gonna be great. I'm so there. You and Daddy are coming too. The legendary Gromari's. If Trici's real father was still alive, he'd be on that stage performing miracles. I've got tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Magic show tickets received. Tough. Squeak! Ah, you are here. Working hard or hardly working? My boy! Hey, how you been? Hi there, stranger. Alright. Not quite a stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid. Though he has been gone a long time. How's it go, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you. Yay! Pudding! I love pudding! Oh, it's farm fresh! And not just 1 pudding, but 3 whole cups! I have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right. You're on a top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know. How right you are. So you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time. That's something to do with you anyway. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe you could be one of those guys. A spy. Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about the mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me, you've heard of the juris system, yeah? The juris system? That's right, the new legal system everyone's talking about. Have you heard of it, Apollo? Huh? Maybe. Maybe not that many people are talking about it as I thought. The juris system, huh? What is this juris system? So, what's this juris system thing? Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide if a guy's innocent or guilty? Do you know Apollo? Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from the community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling it the new system. The juris system. No more doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurors cooperate with the judge. They help analyze a case from different angles. And there will be only 6 of them under the current proposal, right? Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo. Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully, people will start taking courts a little more seriously now. I feel like I'm on some kind of educational TV show. Starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright, his assistant Trucy, and mascot Apollo. The perfect team. Mascot. Hey! So what was this secret mission? That's what I said. The juris system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion and they just talk and nothing gets decided. Kinda like you, Apollo. Not that bad, am I? In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will. I don't like tests. We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with the process, incidentally. Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be the chair of the jurisdiction's simulated court committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge and the courtroom. Wow! It's like you have a real job! I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Okay. No, you're the greatest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial simulation, that is. Simulation, huh? Sounds interesting. So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it's the first run-through of a new system, well, what is something simple? Good thinking! No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious. True. That case is a murder. That's not simple at all! By simple, did you mean the defendant is guilty? Yes, most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall that I said it had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyway. No sweat. Yeah, but there's still verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The most serious in a worst case scenario. You mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial. That's a real trial. All the forms have been filled. There's no turning back now. The trial begins tomorrow at 10 AM. Hope you can make room in your schedule. Why am I the only hearing about this now? Ah, yes, there was a change this morning. I picked a new case. Eh? Something that happened last night. Wait, what? Anyway, we'll... Hey, Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission, but what about this? The Trip Grimoire magic show. Oh, right, the card tricks. They're not card tricks! They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse, heaven and earth will occur. So what? That's 3 odd days from now. It's at Sunshine Coliseum. Let's go today. We can say hi to Uncle Velen. Have fun. What? I could go myself, you know. I'm not very outgoing. Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something that he's not telling me. Yippee! Now you can take me to the Colosseum. I suppose it wouldn't kill me to put over there. Ah, Gamari, that reminds me. What's this, Dan? Isn't that silk hat the Gamari seal? Consider it a birthday present, Trissy. Thanks! It's great! But today isn't my birthday. Good point. What day is it today, Apollo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. Then it's Recycle Your Plastics present. Smashed it. That's a good present. That's the best. Best day. Yippee! So it's plastic. I've given up trying to understand them. It's but yeah, nah, that's real. So what is it? Can I open it, Dad? No. Oh, damn. Look at Phoenix's face. He's stern. Huh? You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then. Well, why didn't you just hold on to it until then? Because that would be the logical thing to do. Exactly. And Phoenix doesn't do logical. An envelope about the Gramaris, huh? Okay, the simulation. Alright, so what case are you going to use? You really want to know, don't you? Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be defending, aren't I? If all goes well, then yes, of course. This is just a test. We wanted everyone to start without precautions. A blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Committee chair, remember? For fuck's sake. Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good! That's better. But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo, if I'm in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or for bad. Just do what you can. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Alright. I'd recommend going down to the Teddy Center. Your client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. But you said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a wasting. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake, I went to the wrong place. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. I'm back here. Hey, guys. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo. The place where magic and dreams converge. Yep. This is exactly where I want to be. Just a while ago, it was a place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Velen. What about the case? Yeah, don't worry about the case. Alright. I need before my life's like that. The young Miss Tracy! How often I hoped we'd meet again, if only to tell myself it was impossible to dream. Uncle Velen, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his stronger traits. Well, Miss Tracy, how did they find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you. Actually, I came to wish you good luck. And congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will watch in wonderment as magnificent illusions are reborn. Here on stage, by my hand. Okay. Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the great Gamari Miracle is back after a 7-year absence? Miss Tracy, I must apologize. The share this honor should have been his. Dad. My co-magician in training, Zach Gramai, if that terrible thing happened. It's okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valiant Gramai, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Valiant. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. Do you think we get to see the great Magnifi's illusions again? She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnifi Gramai, was a true deity among magicians. Or a creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations. I was a little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through the air above the audience, and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has waited for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramari Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes? You nameless face, who speaks for the nameless masses, how can I help you? I was waiting. Why'd you hold off for 7 long years? It appears that is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land. I have. Though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifi's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years. That phrase sure like to pop up, doesn't it? And why was that? A little matter called performance rights, Mr. Tracy. Okay. Can you tell us about these performance rights? Magnifi's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his properties. And as such, was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe. Magnifi knew this, and bequeathed it in his will. To one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zach Gramari was the inheritor of the Gramari miracle. Dad? Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly, 7 years ago. I think I see where the story's going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those drawn-up slaves conceal your competent well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years. Yes, Miss Trucy. Though it is pains me to say it, the past spring, April to be precise, was the time your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, with the secrets of our mighty mentor, Magnifi, passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnifi himself. Is that how it works, brother? Yeah, it's called a death in absentia. He's declared missing. Permanently. Dad. No. Okay. Anyway. I'm just going to pop on. I forgot to do that earlier. The plant. It's intrigues you, doesn't it? Not really. It's just the only thing in here that doesn't have some secret function. No secrets, but lots of memories. And a name too. Want to hear it? Not really. His name is Charlie, if you were curious. Really? I wasn't. Look at him though. He's this little guy. Okay. Let's head to where I was supposed to head to. Detention Center Visitor's Room. That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes! Maybe I should complain. I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us. You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show up. It always works that way. Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and there's right behind you. Oh, God! Is our client going to be much longer? What are you talking about? Have you already started the meeting yet? Huh? Oh. Eek! come from? Okay, so I don't think she wants to speak to us. Well, anyway, please have a seat. This is awkward. Nervous, Apollo. It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Tracy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right. Okay. Mr. Hat! I'm the amazing Mr. Hat! Oh. She passed out! Mr. Magic Underwear might have been a better bet. Yeah, real? That's magic panties, Apollo. Are you gonna speak to us? Introductions? Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I don't think it has to be fate, you know. And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Hold on, this isn't smooth at all. Tell me, what's your sign? I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo. No, never mind. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get a difficult client, it seems. I feel like she's just not gonna fucking speak to us. I don't know. Okay. So what's your name? Good. Oh, right. I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo Justice. And I'm Trucy Wright. I know. Escape nowhere. Thank you, Trucy. I actually forgot. The case? Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Well, the other day this tourist from out of town stopped me to ask for directions. Later, Tracy. I feel like I need to get directions myself here. Oh, that was fruitless. That went really, really well. I feel like that was successful. Though I think I understand. I think I understand despair a little better now. You did good, Apollo. I got a hand. Look, she's doing her nails. What? A nail's more important than defense? Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. Excuse me. Oh. Could you read this? Sure. I feel like a teenager on a first date. But this is the love letter we passed from desk to desk at school. It's looking so wistful and read it, Apollo. It's a business card with a name and address. And the name is Vera Misham. The address is for Drew Studio. Okay. And you're giving this to me because... And she's gone. Well, looks like we're finished here. I wonder if Drew's studio is the seed of the crime. That's probably a good bet. Let's go find out. That was a waste of my time, but okay. We're at an art studio now. October 7 at Drew's studio. Wow, this looks like a studio. Wow, what an announcement from Apollo here. Drew's studio looks like a studio. It's like a live imitating art, or maybe it's the other way around. But the tape on the ground, it's a bit jarring. Yeah, it looks like we found our crime scene. Oh, look at all those paintings. Hey, don't touch those. It's okay, I'm just looking. I don't believe you. Beautiful. That's the pufferfish. So that's good art right there. That's a man. And like a peach? I don't know. Ah, but look at this one. Looks half finished. You can still see the rough sketch underneath. Oh yeah, I didn't notice that at all. So I'm an art expert. But that's odd. The rough part doesn't look like the rest of the painting at all. Yeah, good point. That is odd. Okay. All the paintings have a really different style too. I mean, this one's really good. Pufferfish, that's real good. Ah, I thought I might find you two here. Emma! Emma! Long time to see! Oh? Seems like I run into you far too often. I bet I'll know why you're here too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow? I've heard about it, sure. So Mr. Wright chose you, huh? You don't even know what the case is about. Well, he was killed. The artist who owns this studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham. Misham? And his daughter was put under arrest. Ah! Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center. It was funny though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who would commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning? That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning's a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Poisoning? Anyway, what time will you be coming? Feel free to take a look around. But if you're over here with my snackers, we can't talk to anyone related to about this. We can't talk to anyone related to the case about this time around. Which means we'd better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Alright, let's examine. Can I move around? I don't really... Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Okay. Let's go into the drawer. This envelope has been opened and resealed. For Drew again. Oh, I know how to do that! Take a pot of boiling water and a hole up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. Looks like they've just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on it's on it. It's from 7 years ago. Of course it is. Why is everything from 7 years? Why would someone open a letter, then seal it again? I better hang on to this. Okay. That's a good start. Hey, Apollo. What's this feather thingy? It's a quill. Isn't that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? It doesn't have a pointy end. It's almost like they're for sweeping detritus off the desk. Wow, you should know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific. That's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold or scientific? No, I didn't know that. So this is Drew Mission. And this little girl must be Vera. I'd say so. Yes, they took that some years ago. They look a close, happy family. And he arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Aha! Right. What's this tiny little one? Oh, cute! This tiny female Apollo! Tiny is right. That thing's barely 2 inches high. What picture would fit into that? None, apparently. It's empty. There's no glass in it either. Still sitting on the desk. It's just nothing for all of us. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. Yeah. No, she's telling the truth right now. Is this a journal? Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. What is it, Apollo? He didn't write the name of the killer, did he? It's new. He didn't write a single line. He had it going for a while there. Sorry. Was I miss as well? Something about the way the figure is posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please. I'm a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence? I don't know. Anything else I'm gonna head? I don't think so. We'll head. This looks interesting. What is all this equipment here for? Doesn't look very artistic, really. And everything from a lathe to a leather cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood too. So his equipment is a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is a crime scene, Tracy. But these cost like $50 at the magic shop. Get Phoenix to buy you one. Is that for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting tab. Yeah, I've used ways at school. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table? Was he an architect too? Medicine. Look at all these paints, Apollo. There's so many. He's got like 20 kinds of red. You could repaint your suit, Apollo. How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that, thanks. Now that'll look good. Anything else? No. Alright. Oh. It didn't... It was like this, and Trudy was standing here, so I didn't... I mean, look! I can barely fucking see that... Okay. Well... So... It looks like... He was sitting on this chair, drank from this coffee, and died. Okay. Eek! Apollo! That's where the body was! That's the spot where Mr. Mission passed away. He put the coffee mug to his lips, and the next moment... Yeah, but... There's quite a bit of paint on the ground. See that half painting there? He must have been working on it right up to that moment he died. Oh, wow! A true artist to the end. Or maybe he started it a year ago and was procrastinating. But, question, if he drank, unless he like drank it, put it down and then died, that I guess makes sense. Ah, that's for the victim's coffee mug. Yep. Aha! So the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee. I would hope so. I'd hope so. Poisoned coffee. Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? Here's the poison we found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure that out the rest out yourself. I'm obviously not on your side after all. Come on. Come on, man. Don't be like that. I wouldn't mind taking a close look at those paintings. I just love oils, you know. Oh, they're so thick. Is that the word? I don't... These paintings are all dry. I'm just surprised at how different these all are. Yeah, and what's going on with this half-finished one? It must have been a work in progress. You can still see the rough sketch below. That's so weird. The sketch part doesn't really fit the finished parts. I noticed. That is weird. Okay. An extra cup. I imagine this coffee cup was used for guests. Guests? Did the police already analyze this cup too? Not a trace of poison was found on that cup. So the killer was after doing mission alone. What's this? Hey, look there! This steak doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. It must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Wait, have we? Why have we been hearing about that at all? I've never heard of that in my life. Something tells me that eating the Blue Mountain coffee isn't this blue. No, this stain is probably... better ask Emma. Oh, actually I haven't spoken to Emma yet, have I? Oopsie. So, this is, Tribution was some kind of artist? Apparently. Did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. Had a lot of female fans too, for what it's worth. Oh, the lucky stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Mission. Hasn't shown his face until the end. What do you mean, to anyone? Okay. He's always locked up here in the city, apparently. Then I heard in the outside world. Those 3 letters he'd put in that letterbox there. letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Apollo? I mean, when was the last time you read a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff these days? Not Mr. Mission. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. Everything by mail. Maybe he thought that was way more artistic, you know? In any case, the only person besides him allowed in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, of course. The only ones found in the room were Mr. Mission's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Miss Mission gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. Happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever? Could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? Ah. So, this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Mission's daughter, right? Yep. A real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was, well, it was aura on us, why? She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she died if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Can I ever get a normal client? Oh, that would not be as interesting for the story, my friend. But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me. So about this poison, it was found to be in coffee, right? No, not precise. What do you mean, not precisely? That's what I'm saying. It means see for yourself, I think. Can I do that for myself? Okay, I can't really see for myself at all, actually. But I get it. It's fine. We'll keep chin wagging. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess the mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happens that he died the night of his first interview. At around 9 o'clock every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Buddy, look at you, man. Wear an apron or something. Your turtleneck's all freaking ruined. Last night he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And died? She poisoned him out of the interview? Wouldn't the reporter see? He wasn't near Mr. Mission when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back of the room. Supposedly that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was a reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the reporter. It's a reporter never got Mr. Mission's coffee. Yeah, but didn't you say the coffee wasn't the poison? Well, I acknowledge that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. I bet Emma could help us here. Don't forget, Flannery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what's it we always do when we run into a crime scene? What is it we always do, scientifically? You know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we get to, scientific now? Oh, I suppose, just this once. Give me anything you want to find suspicious, and we'll check it out. Okay. Emma, about this mug. It's a pale blue residue on the rim. Eh? Ah, that! Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a coffee mug called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Ah, right. Okay, you got me. That's for my testing spray. Oh, for fuck's sake. Forensic science. I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. So what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray is what turns blue when touches poison. Oh! So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug, but not in his coffee. The killer applied it to the mug. Okay. Wow, science is amazing. It certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more. Should try buttering her up, Apollo. They say your salary will get you everywhere. It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask about that. See, this solution is used to test for atroquinine. Atroquinine. Yep, that's what I'm saying. Atroquinine. The deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh. I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show. And guess what? Recent research has shown that's fine, really. We don't need to know all of the gory details. I think I get it. You just press up on something you want to test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slight trace of poison with this. I want to try it too, Emma. Pretty please. Okay. You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Okay. Yay, look at well, Apollo. Ow! What are you doing? I was saying if I got a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that again. I'm not poisonous. Damn, he snapped. He's pissed. Tell it to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Wait, can I just like spray like this? Oh. Okay, what am I exactly looking for? But I don't know what I'm looking for. Check his seat. Check this. Check this. What am I looking for, boys? Like, straight up. Am I, like, dumb? I mean, don't answer that. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Bro, what am I doing? I don't even know what to look at. Too bad direction there. So Emma took out all the lightly spots. Wait a second. What is it, Apollo? Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. This probably can't reach that far, you know. Let's check it out just to be sure. Okay, we're spraying the desk. Oh wait! Hold on, I got something. I thought it was gonna be the envelope that was suspicious. Eek! A reaction, Apollo. Where? It's at that cute little frame. Look. Well, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I'm known to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Nope. It was all Trucy, my friend. All Trucy. Tiny frame added to the court record. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? Looks like we found the only place that was poisoned in any case. Okay. What? What now what? Maybe I go examine this thing? Let's examine the center. This is poison. Let's examine the desk. Nope. I don't fucking know, man. What do I even... Okay. I need to present something to her. What do I get from here? Emma, about this. Oh, that? Yes. Well, that's a bright red envelope, thank you. Sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? It was her, wasn't it? My lips are sealed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Your lips are... That's a first. You mean you know what's inside the envelope? Sure. I read it after all. Ah, you mean you were the one who put this open. Ha! Please. I would have steamed it open. But she did pick it up, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. A weapon? Yes. The use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors. Never heard that one. But it's good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us out with the tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called X-ray analyzer. X-ray like X-ray you get at the dentist? That's right. Ollie, that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. X-ray, spectralization, something. How much was it? Okay. Awesome. How I have to remember all that? So basically, let you see inside things like envelopes. That's right. You're sharp, Tracy. But it's a bit more complicated than that. In practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? No, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Oh, right. Let's give it a spin. Okay. Yeah. What are you doing? I was just saying I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and it might fall out. I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right. Let's test it on a sample first. So it just happens that I have a lottery ticket here. Why? Okay. You set a sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience! The studies are a little antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got to set up the display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just give you a try. Turn that dial up with okay. I'm not doing that. That's not me at all. That's right. That's how you choose what depth you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See? That's how you can read those on the ticket. Cool, huh? Except I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you can understand is that I see the paper isn't really flat at all. But it didn't mean that much. You see the paper that's like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what's good is it? Well, what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we're going to step 2. Try rubbing the image for a bit if you would. Rubbing. Oh, like this. 0007. There. That fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good. Now I can rub the image. Oh, I get it. It cued us until we got the whole thing. Exactly. Not bad. Neat! Let's do some more. Okay. And then I keep turning. Wait, go back a bit. Whoa. Oh, big winner! Or am I missing some more? Do I need to get some more? Do I need to get every single thing? Okay, I need to get every single freaking little tidbit of information. Okay, this is interesting. Let's print this one out. You won. That's huge. Get that shit open. Woohoo! I'm a big winner. See? This is the true power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? We shall indeed. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Okay, turn. Let's get every little friggin' little bingot. Okay. I'm very good at this. Mr. Okay. I've deposited the 100,000 in this designated account. Please send a receipt once you've confirmed the transfer. Okay, let's print this one out. Okay. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Misham's account. His paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Can I take a look? You bet I do. If you can't read someone's mail, you might not read it all. Here goes with the second page then. This is fun. This is interesting. This is a cool little gimmick. I like this one. Turn. Nice. It says there's something. No. Wait, I went too far. Sign the papers and send the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. We need to remind you to speak of this to no one. Done. Alright, let's print this one out. Sign papers and send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. Yeah. So was the letter about payment for one of his paintings? Why all the secrecy though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him. Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's telling us. Looks like she's giving Mum about it. So, Emma, I was wondering. What's the story about this reporter that came in here for a story in the crime? I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face. What was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Russell? He's not trying to scoop the cell out of the papers. So a reporter comes to for an interview with the painter. His first interview ever, and the night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. He's something about covering a magician. Magician? I wonder if that's not true, see? That leaves only one other person. It wasn't Feather Gramari by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show on up, I hear. So he's had to interview Valiant Gramari. Looks like I'll be heading out to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here. I'll give that reporter's card if you want. Brussels report card. Report card? Brussels card added to the court record. Thank you, Emma. Auf Wiedersehen. Coliseum Gaming. Hello. Have you had a guy come through any time? Have you had a guy? So Jonathan was here on a story. All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Brussel. Brussel. I think I remember him. Just not too happy about it. Brussel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles, yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? Okay. Mr. Brussel. A man by that name just called on me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valent's feet stamp always forward tomorrow. What? That's not what it says. Always forward. That is all. That's all very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet he had ears only for that incident. The incident 7 years ago, I'm assuming. In any case, I requested that rapacious reporter remove himself. So Painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights, compared to the magic of Gramari. Valent, do you know where that reporter went? I recommend that he visit that place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He is a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I'll tear him apart. Here comes a big magic trick. Is he going to fix the card? Because I'm not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic? Isn't it more likely for it to stay ripped? He must have read it like a journalist. Why is it detention center? That's not where I wanted to be. No, come back. Phoenix! Help! October 7th, detention center. Visitor's room. Ah, you're here to see Vera Misham. Yes, that's right. She's in the medical office at the moment. Medical office? Is she okay? She's just lying down. Said she didn't feel so good. I'm sorry, but I can't allow any biz at the moment. Most annoying client ever. Guess we should come back. But didn't that... But didn't that guy... But didn't... What? Maybe I missed something at the original. Yeah, I must have missed something. I must have missed something here then. What would I have missed? Oh! This! hiding. A painting hiding. Hey. There's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow? I want to see it. I don't know if that could be the case. You certainly seem pleased by the possibility. Wait, it's the finished one. Huh? It's so normal. That's hard to get mad about. No, real. This is the same one as the one before. It was... Huh? What is it, Apollo? This... Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. No, you're right. Speak your heart. Speak your mind. Hmm? I better get a professional opinion on this. A professional who would be a professional? Maybe that's it. That could be it. Is it? Nope, that wasn't all. Fuck! Man. Oh, Emma. I was wondering what about this painting here. What one? What about it? What about it? What do you mean, what about it, Apollo? It's the same as this one, but take a close look at both of you. Now look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Hey, they're the same. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I've been saying this, man. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Tribute was copying this painting. Wow, it's pretty good. Copying a paint. What for? Is that it? Now I can go. Fuck! Me, man. I must be missing something very crucial to, like, the case. But I don't know what I'm missing. Or maybe I gotta go, maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed something with, maybe not here, maybe in the Colosseum? Maybe I need to fill in. Maybe I need to fill in. I was wondering if you could tell us about this. Aha! What that bears the Grimoire seal? Uncle Valen? Something wrong? Trucy. Where did you get this? Huh? Dad gave it to me. Your dad? My part? No, my other dad, Phoenix. Why now? Why would your Lord Dad? Well, that's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. The signature up on the back. Do you recognize it? That belongs to no other than Zach. What? Dad signed this? Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? Now the time has come when I must return. By your leave, Patricia. Thanks, Uncle Valen. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think that Jonas was after? And why did Valen react to this envelope? I think it's time to pay it the detention. So, yay! I missed something. Phoenix! This envelope is confusing. I want to open it. Go away. What? October 7. Detection. What? Detention center, visitor's room. I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money. End quote. No, not at all. Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter? Oh god. Wait, it's his quill. Hey there, how you doing? I'm my Yovi. Sorry, we didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You? You're Justice? You? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on trial. Understand until they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What's he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Whoa, you're Trucy. Those hand movements are suspicious. Eh? Am I famous? Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. Okay. Eek! That's so not true. Some idea breaches there. Let me wrap up this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, God, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms with my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No. How many times I'll tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Oh wait, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk. How to interview someone or go plumb crazy. End quote. Oh my god, this guy is gonna be the death of me. Huh? Poor girl. I should have guessed. Where's my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes his eyes. Right, end quote. What's that nauseatingly strong mid-spectrum grins? Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Well, I would rub through the crossroads of mayhem madness, end quote. I can see that. He's writing something again. Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Oh, I don't want to speak to this guy. So, Mr. Brushes, you're a journalist? Oh, mate, let me say one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer, you understand? Yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here. End quote. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Probably. Well, I think he probably does. Exactly! I knew you'd understand. Huh? So, the night of the murder, you were at Drew's studio? Who, me? Look, let me say one thing for the record. Yes? I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. Journalist always busy, always buys one-way ticket, never looks back, end quote. This guy. I can understand that philosophy, but... You want to know the thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. That's how they're one-way ticket. All because you have to give them to that guy at the airport. True enough. But don't they give normal tickets away too? Exactly, see? It's the same thing. What is... We're not getting fucking anything from this idiot, by the way. So you want to do you want to do a story on Drew Mission, and you never had a story done about him before? That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record here. What? I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. Yeah? What tipped me off to Drew in the first place? Well, yes. Look, it's like... Oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's gonna tell me where he got it? Probably not. At the supermarket, maybe? Exactly, see? That's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one. Oh, that's good. Well, I don't think I can really talk about it. Walls have ears. Eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote. Right. Guess we'll leave then? But since you're here, might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw. Just for the heck of it. Sure. Just for the heck of it. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had seen a movie on a trip. I wanted into this burger place with amazing ketchup. But an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote, I believe it was. An oil painting? Ah. Happens every day, right? No. But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating on a river. Oh, we have seen that. Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach? Journalists can smell scoop better than burgers, end quote. But this guy is so confused. I'm leaving. Do I need to actually try to put that? Oh, we're headed back anyway. My head hurts talking to that guy. Maybe this is the voice I was doing. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's that scary face you're making? I'm not with you, I know something, but I'm not telling you what's going on, Emma. This painting came from behind that dresser. Yeah, so? It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. You could tell us a bit about this, I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Mission was a forger. Oh. What? That's not what I thought at all. Drew Mission was a forger. A forger? What? So, what exactly is a forger? Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgery. What an analysis. What a fucking stat. I actually didn't know that. That's actually... That makes sense after now I think about it. There we go. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exactly. Exact copies so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? There's a big problem with forgeries, is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course. So Drew Mission was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries to supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery or not, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So rough sketch is like the practice of the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a giant mirror before you get on stage. But not in the case of forgery. Not necessarily, anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all? Oh yeah, I guess you would, and then you wouldn't need to do it under copies. This, you wouldn't need to do this. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to silt under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really need to get such lengths, seeing as how one of the paint was half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see what Mr. Mission's rough sketch is. Kind of like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True, that would be interesting. It may be valuable for our case. You should try and butter her up, Apollo. Sorry, okay, everywhere. They say, yeah, you've said this about 48 different times. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Emma, my lovely, could you be a dear and tell us what is underneath the portrait? I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. I was wondering if you had a tool that might do the trick. Oh, fine, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out. Alright. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Tuk, 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 tuk. Did I miss any behind? No, I didn't. Okay. Wait, what the fuck? This is not what I expected at all. Why is there a card game being played? Okay, let's print one out. Well, that's confusing. What? What the heck? Oh, he really blows. The first painting isn't anything like the rough. Why is it like mine didn't exist until recently? He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually print out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted to before painting it over? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. You check out the other paintings? Well, sure. You like those section stuff, don't you? I do. Okay, so I did just pick one. Okay, I was worried. So we had a guy playing cards in the first one. What is going to be the second one? Intriguing stuff. Maybe I should be able to live in real life. This is fun. Okay. This is like a man's... Nope, maybe not. It's like a baby or something, I don't know. Oh, it's a house. Wait, wait, these are all, wait, hold on. These are all of our cases that we've done. Because this is, the first one was cards, which is what Phoenix was doing. This one here is a noodle stand. If the last one is, what was the last case? God, I'm forgetting, it was actually like two. Oh, the band. This is very interesting. This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? You look serious all of a sudden. You think I could just look at the last of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. If this is a fucking, if this is like a musical one, like a band, that's gonna be the wildest thing ever. Oh, this is going to be. It's how big the painting is. Oh my gosh! Wait a second. Oh my god, wait, it is. Wait, it actually so is. Wait, yeah, that's the stand. You can see him playing the guitar. What the hell? This is so interesting. This is all of our cases. Yeah, cause he's burning them like he's burning. That's so odd. What the heck is all this? I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited. Do your device isn't making some sort of strange radiation? Tracy, look at these sketches. Do you notice anything? Look, there's one of Phoenix playing cards. There's the noodle stand that got stolen. And the guitar being on fire. Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are of the things I worked on. Holy shit, goosebumps. What? The murder in the poker room at the Bosch Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then the events that transpired during the Governor's concert. And that's what this is over here. That's what that there is. Holy shit. What could it mean? How could he have drawn these things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is your mission? You're fucked. That's definitely one of the theories. Okay, you've just ruined all of the suspense. Give me a break. Does that even seem remotely possible to you? Never go back to suspense. I've never even heard of any Drew mission before. I hadn't even seen a picture of him. But they were my cases, drawn on his canvas. Every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who was this Drew mission? And what did he have to do with me? Wow, what wild stuff. Yeah, real? That's actually nuts, okay. Let's get started to the trial. October 8th, 9:48 a.m. Almost had p.m. District Court number, definite lobby number 6. Done. Hello. Good morning. So you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy. Trucy Wright. I've helped with a W, but not right. Okay. We're on your side. You can tell us anything, please. Good morning. Good morning. She spoke. She speaks. Not bad, not bad. But I think you do better with a little smile, you know. You're so pretty. You need to sell yourself, you know. Trucy, that's take these for starters, okay? Oh. Thank you for taking my case. They're all good. Okay. Well, let's start, I guess. There she goes. Nail polish again. That's great, really. It's so cultured. She's a cutie. Want to try? Oh, really? Girls. I mean, real? Who needs a main man? The victim Drew mission was a forger. And stole patents for power in the studio. A life of crime, really. Maybe all that led to his death. October 8, 10 a.m. District Court number 3. Well, we will now begin the trial of the Vera mission. Is that okay? His voice is all raspy, and he's looking a little nervous-like. The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time, and may indeed alter our legal system forever. Today is a test of the jurist system, and the first step towards a new order in our courts. That's a secret mission. The jurists will function like a jury. It is hoped that their inclusion will help the court to better reflect the people's will. Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom? 3 closed-circuit cameras watch his courtroom at all times. The jurists have access to everything that transpires. Jurist, Judge Well, and Judge Cool. Now, see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that. My apologies, Herr Judge. Ahem, jurists today, Judge today's Talia Cooley, if you would be so kind. The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings. And we're about to find out just what effect they're going to have. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. Details of the case, if you would. The victim is the painter, Drew Mission. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom, you ask? By none other than his defendant, Vera Mission. No objection. There wasn't any poison in the coffee. Someone has already been doing their homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself. The mug. Ah! Residues on the fan of him, I see. The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death. The court accepts this as evidence. Bishop's autopsy report added to the court record. According to this report, the victim's death was caused by azoquinine poisoning, a chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.02 milligram. A touch of quinine in the body, a touch of the Reaper's scythe. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin. You may present your witness. I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety. That journalist, no doubt. The witness will state his name and occupation. Oh, right! Well, for starters, my name's Spark Bushel. My job is a observer of the world. In other words, a freelance journalist, right? Ahem! If you don't mind, I'll just take something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Bushel? I just like conclusions, specifically the aspect of jumping to conclusions. Preconceptions make park sandbox of endless desert waste. End quote. But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday. Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand before you today as a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turns Mr. Bruchel into that Mr. Bruchel. End quote. Let's hear testimony then, shall we? A simple case, eh, Gavin? For me, the jury's still out. Yeah, real. I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier, journalist a case jury made, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time. But why did you get an interview with him specifically? That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him. What are you saying, Judge? Did I remind you? The cameras are all rolling today. I felt that it to be a bit dramatic. You didn't do it, did you? Me do it like that? Come on! That's like news making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. I know, all accusations about courtroom, end quote. Luck indeed. Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun. I'm so happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice. Your collaboration, please. Yes, sir. Alright. The journalist story. I visited the studio. Yep, this is canon. This is also true. Huh? What does that mean? What do you mean star falls, end quote? What's this about a star falling? Star falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money over. Zowies, you don't know? That is like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away. A star falls, get it? But there's no gravity in space, is there? I don't think stars could fall, really. Does this matter? Oh boy, this is good stuff, good stuff. How about star breaks? Nah, likes punch. I know, Star dies. Nah, likes imagination. Of course you go with Drew dies. Straight to the point. I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. Let's present the coffee, because this is... apparently there was no coffee in this mug at the time. So we'll go here. So you say Mr. Misham had the coffee too, yeah? But did you actually see him drink the coffee? Course! He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger, end quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about it world. Yet. Yeah? I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. He had one so-called sip, if that. A man puts lips to mug. Drinks, end quote? So that person is quite virulent, I hear. Most of I did a so-called somersault. Since I gulped down a coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there. Some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Does this guy have a pause, but no. Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable? I'd say very important. The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over. But if then he drank his coffee and didn't. That's interesting. Oh yes, you can go to process that one. Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony. Oh, very well. The witness will add this to his testimony. Vital, right. Okay. He had one sip, if that, the next moment. Yeah, but didn't Emma say it takes 15 minutes? Because apparently it's a slow working poison. Objection! You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used. Atroquinine. Oh, Professor Gavin was quite clear about the poison. At least it's of 0.002 milligram paralyzes the central nervous system. If you think that even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering pile. I'm using me as an example. Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Professor Gavin's information. An omission? Atroquinine is as virulent as he says, but death does not come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because atroquinine is a slow acting. Slow acting? What? According to one forensic scientist, it's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes for the time of ingestion for the effects to show. If we suppose at the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would have still have time to enjoy his glass cup of Joe. God, he is built like me in real life. Holy crap. Crazy behavior. Odds what's the meaning of this? If what the defendant says is correct, why? That contradicts the entire testimony we just heard. Well, Mr. Brusher, anything to say on the record? Slower acting. Act. It was very on, alright. Even then, it had already begun taking his court into the journalist. He's working on his scoop.
Objection!
Shut up! What are you objecting to? It's Brushel, yeah? Hey, Brushel. Let's take a trip back memory lane. Okay, he's not objecting me, at least. Huh? Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital. You know what I think? I think that was a not so subliminal suggestion, end quote. I admit it. That's cause a problem if he died when he said he died. I'd be forced to say, Auf Wiedersehen to my simple case. And you would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? You can't write a story based on a conjecture, can you? And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent. And you will be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Scoop. Why would Why are you brushing your... What is going on? Ew. You don't use your toothbrush to brush your glasses as well. Come on, man. Look. Wait, just wait. Wait a second. Just 1 second. We're waiting. Out with it! Ooh. I think I just recorded something. A so-called important detail. Arrival of recollection, end quote. A story survival, end quote. Attorneys utterly confused, end quote. Actually, I did notice something when I visited the studio. I heard of a poison that tasted sweet times. Oh, I bet you did, bud. I fucking bet. Ugh, okay. You see my eye. Not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently. No, apparently not. Mr. Blushel, are you saying you noticed something that explains what happened? You bet I am. Of course you are. The antidote for a poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say. Or I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I might say. I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee. Order. As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony that Mr. Bishop died the instant after he drank. Of course I'm standing by my testimony. And my dream of exclusive rights to the story. It's possible too much to hope for. What was? Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case. Not him. Him? Phoenix! Who else? Actung, Herr Bruschel, reporting for us if you would. What is it that you noticed? The court is a critical trial of the jury system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. Lickety fucking split, my dude. And if not, you're under arrest! Witness's testimony. What Brussel noticed? When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Bishop was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. That's bullshit, because that letter was written 7 years ago. It's not something I've all the time, of course. Think about it. What if I'm writing a suicide note? What are you talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? This guy's losing it. A suicide note? Yes, he had a look on his face. Man's face inscrutable as an aquatic equation. End quote. Suicide? Poor Mr. Bishop. That means Harry's innocent. Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview? Oh. Very well, you may begin your consultation. Well, the second one is horse baloney. Out of the studio, his desk, he's really got no. Hold it, my friend. So he put the letter away when he saw you? Early reporter gets worm, end quote. That's my secret. I'm not sure I follow. It's out of the interview. I arrived 15 minutes ahead of schedule. They returned, the door opens, and they barge in. Are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that out of entry? Really? Mr. Bishop sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He cramped his letter into the... Yep. Hey bud. Question for you. Are you colorblind? No? Didn't think so. This is red, my friend. And it's like when I put one, that was one. It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice? I wonder. Add testimony. Just find your testimony vital, Your Honor. Very well. Please add it to testimony then. Hey, why not? My account comes free of charge.
Objection!
No, I don't agree. As it just so happens, there was a secret letter in that drawer at the scene. There was. And you, my friend, are wrong. Checkmate. Boom, chicka boom. In a red envelope. What? Oh God. Polly, put the good Gavin. Yes. Was the envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, no. But her forehead. It's easy to make a colour of an envelope, not yellow and red. Like maybe blue and purple. Say, but not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already 7 years ago. Well, Mr. Bersham, I can explain that. Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter in an envelope pronto. Get it out of sight. Get outside of my beady eyes, right? Grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed away. And what about a whole red and yellow envelope? Chump. Ooh, we call him Chump. Well, Mr. Justice, you have anything to say about the witness's claim? That night, the victim put a letter he had been writing. It's impossible. It's impossible. Ah, I like your expression. So full of confidence. It's simple, really. Yeah, it is. As it also happens, the defense team investigated the intelligence of the envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist. What? Not that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham. Or why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide letter to himself. I've been scooped! What's up? What's up? What's up? Mr. Blushon, can you explain it to the court? Oh, my, how could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets lots, end quote. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Bussell. Why is this group so playing? This is not the song. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Yes, a stamp. A so-called postage stamp, end quote. A stamp? Whatever for? Well, to mail his letter. What else? And then, well, yes, I think I saw him put it in his letter box. Yes, it was a yellow envelope. He put it in his box. Okay. Oh, how I wish it did. Just think of it that were a suicide. What a story! Starlight suicide in front of reporter. Falls, end quote. As I was saying, that has nothing to do with his case. That said, yes, Your Honor, it makes me wonder about the content of that red envelope. Yep, we've already read these before. 100,000 is quite a good deal of money. So this was some 7 years ago, yeah? Oh. So, am I finished here? Am I finished here? I was thinking of, you know, going home to start writing. No. You seem in a hurry, my friend. I hate to start watching pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the sound of a story, you make that, rather unique face. Come on! Attorney has active imagination. Little else, end quote. Even I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. You know, I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about. You see, there you go! Judge has active imagination, end quote. Fuck's sake. No, Paul, you're telling it to this guy. Please continue with your testimony. Tell us what the scent of a story. Hey! I'm not asking the questions here, usually. Nah, not in this area, my friend. This is a court of law. You're not a lawyer. Actually, take a bit of motor to get a thumbs up on the interview. Reporter leverages story to interview, end quote. Story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. The Renova probably has something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. What? Yeah, he's fucking... So you threatened to go to patch with this story. That's how you got your interview. Blackmail? Well, yes. I mean, no. It wasn't exactly black. I mean, I'm not... Ugh. Something wrong, Mr. Blusher? Look. This is my story. My tidbit. Journal info is livelihood, end quote. I see. Why do you have me chatting away in here? What's going on out there? What if some Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scooper gets rid of my story? They could be going to the press while I'm going to waste. The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. Just let's pick up the pace. A certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago? This case with Trishy's dad, I'm assuming, and my sweet king. Or is it the case of I don't know. I don't know at all, actually. It took a bit of work to get the story. Yeah, I bet it did. Oh, we have to. Okay, reporter got leverage. Story concerned. It's from 7 years ago. Never probably had to do with it. That's a lie. Because he was a fucking black. I mean, maybe he had expert skills. I don't know what I'm perceiving exactly. Here again. Well, let's look at his face. Wait, we missed it. Maybe his glasses? Maybe he... I don't know. Maybe his hand. No? Where's his other hand? Not on the screen. I'm missing something, I don't know what. So here it again. Let's look at his armpits. This is odd. Nothing happened. Okay. His neck didn't move. Look over here. Oh, ew!
Gotcha.
Yuck! That's fucking disgusting, dude. Sweat much, Mr. Brushel? Ugh. Yeah, what the man? Trigger warning. A man can't help his glands, that's actually so grim. One of my icks, bro. Yuck. It's more than that, when Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, he started oozing sweat. He began suddenly sweating buckets. Ugh. You're hiding something about his talent. What? That's ridiculous. Evidence time. Let's show why he's a forger. Oh my god. Sorry, but he's a fucking forger, my friend. This painting was found at Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. The first is it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it's only half done. We have a letter discussing a payment of 100,000 clams, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries. Oh! What an interesting crash out. Gotcha, bitch. That is all, Your Honor. I rest my case. Everyone, please. Can we keep this private, please? Oh my god, hold on. What happened? For fuck's sake. Hold on, chat. Can you just have it, please? This is my story, my scoop. Forgery. It's a serious crime. The bishop is known as an artist these days, but there were rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back. Another art meaning forgery? The bishop was talented, alright. Talented at making precise details. Fakes. Yep, okay. That's fact that certain criminals' elements were quick to discover. Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about. Exactly. Talking about forging evidence. Oh. 7 years ago. Oh my god. Oh my god. It all goes with the Phoenix, right? 7 years ago? So we need to understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000 was for exactly. Oh, wait a fucking minute. Are you seriously about to tell me that the Phoenix Wright case, that someone paid? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Talk about this. Why Phoenix picked this case. Guaranteed. Haha! Sorry. My friend was making fun of me because my soccer team was losing. Ha ha ha! Fuck yes! That shit on, idiot. Okay, order, odds up. Why? It's like a victim of living a double life. Aha! This is my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have been he could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about. This is my first time hearing about this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal conducted our investigation. But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit, there's a possibility of some illegal activity here. But there is no proof tying this letter to our case. Our case was, and remains, simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug last night. Oh, yes, of course. Hey! The only thing I poison is my pen. When I'm writing reviews. Mr. Buttle, your testimony at this point has been quite unreliable. It doesn't speak well of your reporting acumen. What are you talking about? My job is rock solid. Journalism so solid, an elephant could stand on it. End quote. In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we're in a certain situation in the studio from the recap, the trial is over. Apollo, what's he talking about? The cost showed Mr. Brussel didn't have any reason or means to poison him. As long as there's no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera, that's what. The next testimony is our last chance. Mr. Brussel, your testimony, please. A summary. Okay. The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant. Vera poured the coffee, she's admitted her much herself. The only thing that touched her lips was that mug, and nothing left for that studio after he died, nothing. Clearly, the one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. Interesting. Our testimony clear, succinct, and without room for doubt. Oh shucks, you really think so? No. Not at all. I believe this clarifies the situation that very well, Mr. Justice. You may begin your examination. Your final one. Right. I still have one chunk left to play, and I won't let this end until I use it. The tiny frame with the poison, right? Final one. Anyway, recap. Wait, so hold on. Let's go this again. So studio was that night. Vera poured the coffee. She admitted it herself. The only thing that touched us was the interview during that mug. After he died, nothing. But what about? Not one thing, you're sure? Yep, sure as can be. Well, with one exception. One exception? Ah! What exception? Journalist sparks Brussel does interview. Leave studio, end quotes. What? Ha 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 ha, come on! It's a joke, get it? Not funny, I know, but still. Did something in the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before? Now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts, I don't know about that. I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have that studio? Just the one thing. Just one thing I think very well of the studio that night, actually. A certain something that has vanished from the crime scene. By which you mean? Something other than a witness? Of course. Don't tell me. Very mission. No. Believe me. Any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional. Okay. Then let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice. Well, the thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken to the scene. The letterbox. It is the only connection with the outside world, right? Exactly, that's what I just said! This is the only link between that studio and the outside world. A letterbox? What did Mr. Brussel just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter. Yeah, I said that, and it was true. Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put the letter in an envelope and put it in the yellow box. The rest of the letterbox was empty. In other words, that night, the yellow envelope disappeared.
Objection!
It's unimportant. Oh, yes, intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing. Yep. Huh? He has a point, Mr. Justice. Yeah, I guess. Okay. What we're trying to figure out here is how the poison got into Mr. Mission. It's really important that this envelope the witness says he saw disappeared. Well, if it did disappear, then someone did leave the studio that night. It seems very important to me. Very well then. The witness will add this to the testimony. Yeah, good. You got it, sir. I still think this fails to change anything, Her Forehead. I wouldn't be so sure. I thought it disappeared from the scene of the crime that night. This is exactly the opening I've been looking for. A letter was put in. Okay. What do you think, Paula? Everything you say seems so not flawed. Well, that's kind of what you want from this testimony, really. I need to keep an eye on what matters. How and why was Jimisham killed? If I poured the coffee, that's going to change. But if that coffee didn't kill him, they'd find out what did and prove it. It was the... Okay. I'm going to press this statement. You're sure about that? Well, to really be precise, I was busy gobbling mint candies the whole time. One of those candies might have been poisoned. Okay. Yet, at the same time, obviously, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room. And no mint residue was found. That was a long shot anyway. Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate, or drank, or otherwise ingested something other than the coffee? Well, Mr. Justice, if you have some proof... I do have proof, I promise. I do. The possibility is there. You could just feel it. Just maybe not prove it. Not yet. The possibility isn't going to cut it. Not now. Mr. Mitchum ingested that poison, and I can prove it. There's nothing. He's fucking playing that shit. You do understand what we need, yeah? Proof, Her Forehead, not possibilities. No, of course. And Prosecutor Gavin? I do understand. Bless you me. I'm ready to give you that proof. What did you say? I have proof of disappearing envelope. I saw it by the letter. I did. Which was picked up by the mailman, I assume. Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it. A stamp? Ah! When he licked the stamp, it's like, stamp it on. Not to use a glue, you have to wet it by licking the stamp. I mean, you don't have to lick the stamp, I guess. No one worth talking to actually licks the stamp in this day and age.
Objection!
Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all. So we have to take into account the possibility that he did, in fact, lick the stamp. Because how do you know, Gav? You don't, Bobby man.
Objection!
Okay. Okay, so we lick the stamp. But wait, there's more. How does that explain the acronym on the mug of the coffee room? Got on the room of the coffee mug.
Objection!
When he licks the stamp, and then had a sip of his coffee, the poison would get on his tongue, yes? What would then happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth? Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around. It was the victim. What? The judge is very confused. The coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Mission. Mr. Mission poisoned the coffee mug himself. Well, saying he poisoned himself sounds like, you know, something actually important, but he just licked it. It's okay. Apollo's cooking here. trust. But does it? No, it does make sense, Judge. Recall, if you would. Actriding is a slow-acting poison, yes? The poison entered his body when he put the stamp on the envelope. But at the time... But his time wasn't up until the moment he touched his lips to his coffee to Cup of Joe. Got him. You something to add, Mr. Brushel? His nose is picking up another scent. As I believe I mentioned earlier. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put this in the envelope, Mr. Bishop sat there searching his desk for a drawer off or something. Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. But you know, I don't seem to remember him finding one. Maybe he just run out. Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the scene of the crime. Yeah, but you didn't search the tiny frame. There were no stamps, not a single one. That does pose a problem. How will you prove that the stamp was coated with poison? Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp was poison possible. Good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place. Well, let's hear what the defendants say anyway. Where's your evidence that proves it isn't of this poison stamp? Oops. Ow, it hurt my hand. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, I hurt my knuckle. I punched the table wrong. Ow. Well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really little. It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself. I noticed that too, during my inspection, so what? Apparently, you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when it told his frame, it was busy something quite important. You seeing something? Yes. A pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. Actridine residue! What? I wasn't told about this. The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of this frame is even smaller. 1 inch wide at most. You aren't saying. Oh, but I am saying. Oh, but that's what I'm saying. Oh, but I am. Tell me what? Tell me, what fits inside such a small frame? A commemorative stamp, perhaps? Got him. Order, order, order! The poison stamp was in the frame. Impossible! Prosecutor Gavin! How would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me here that so he could commit suicide at the mood struck. You know, can I say something? No. I had a thought, see? What, Mr. Russell? And please, stop sitting around like that. The victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forgers friends, makes enemies too, end quote. So the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him.
Objection!
Okay, now we've lost the plot here a little bit. Oh, rich. That's rich. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to the governor's song lyrics, please. Finally, it's something we agree on. The stamp was a murder weapon? Nonsense! The murder is a simple business. Who would go such lengths? No one. Oh, I disagree. Come again? Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. To push him hid from the world, he avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail. The mail? Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew red letters, a stamp would be the perfect weapon. Ridiculous! Where's your proof? I want proof! Show evidence that this poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon. I might not have evidence per se, but things are finally starting to come together. What is Apollo? Your fists are trembling. I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it. I think I know how Mr. Mission was killed. Well, but also Mr. Justice. A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Mission at the step of death. Is it this? Okay, I wanted to read the envelope, but I'm not gonna say this, just a guess. I don't fucking know, man. Isn't this the envelope the one from 7 years ago? Think about the text of the letter again. There were 2 pages. This is page 1. Please send a receipt. And send the enclosed step with the enclosed step within 3 days. And this is page 2. I want to draw your attention to one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. The enclosed stamp, Your Honor. Ah! In other words, if I have the stamp poison on the stamp. Lick, lick. End quote. Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked? He would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put stuff on it, right? Then he would put it in his little letterbox. 15 minutes would develop between affixing the stamp and mailing the letter. But the clock started ticking. And the time came when he drew his last breath, and the murder weapon was taken away from the scene. Quite conveniently, thanks to the postal system. Yeah, exactly. He's playing that shit, he's playing that shit. Such a splendid imagination you have, her forehead. Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So, this poison stamp was inside the envelope from 7 years ago, yeah? Is that what you have us believe? Really? What? Well, it's a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility. Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder? A poison stamp and this envelope, a stamp that became the Werner weapon? How do you attempt to prove the seeming coincidence? Well, 7 years ago, we don't know who sent the letter. And your answer is silence. I see. Very well, I move to. It's like to pick on the Fräulein clavier. Wait, what? Why is Christoph here? Emma! Wait, why was... Hold on. Well, like my Christoph Gavin about... Oh... I was like, what? Did I sound like him? Don't quit your daydream. Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fräulein detective? Someone had to come dig you out of all your mess you're making with this case. Mess? You know, none of this would happen if you just trusted in the science a little more. You can find out that step was in the envelope easy. Care to explain yourself, Fräulein? Claim me all you want, but science is on my side. It's all on the residue, right? That's right. The poison detection spray. Produce the red envelope at once. You can open it on the authority of the court. Alright. Got something! I got something, boys. Well, would you look at that? No mistaking it. That's acronate residue. I don't believe it. A murder weapon from the past? Now 7 years later, it bears its fangs at last. Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Why did this murder take place 7 years ago? Well, I don't fucking know, man. There's one possibility. Maybe Mr. Mission figured it out. Figured what out? He realized that the person who sent this letter wanted him dead. So he sent his reply within a different stamp. And put his evidence in a frame. What did Russia? You're still here? Can I make a statement here? On the record. I, Spark, President Brother, claim this scoop is mine. No, fuck off you do. Jim killed in cold blood by sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote. Maybe more something succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay, end quote. Can you fuck off? Order, order, order! I see no room for further argument here. Though I admit, this is coming as quite a shock. To think that a murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp is a ticket. No, it's not you two, Judge. Stamp is a ticket straight to the afterlife, end quote. Uh-oh. I said there's a bad influence on our judge, end quote. I see no need for further debate on this matter. The sender of that letter 7 years ago could hardly have been our defendant. Apollo! Then we just won. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Objection. Is this the bright future of our legal system? Prosecutor. Gavin? A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago. Ticket to the governor's show I valid after 2 weeks. But it doesn't make sense any other way. It boggles my mind that so many people have never noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in her forehead's claim. A contradiction? A poison that was placed inside the envelope 7 years ago, whereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Jerusalem have done what he did? Emma explained that. What was it was poisoned? Why would he lick it again? Therein lies the rub. 7 years ago, the forger drew Mitchum's sense to trap and put the stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but this begs the question. Why, 7 years later, did he use that stamp on the night of the murder? Ah! Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Bishop simply forgot? How about was there? I have to be careful with my words here, because my father's older than this guy. So, no, maybe, no. His memory's still probably maybe good. No, he definitely didn't forget. He put the murder weapon in his frame in his 7 years and forgot. You expect us to believe that he sprang the trap on himself? There's the ugly face. I'm waiting for it. That one is so gross. Like, the first two line and then the ugly split frame where he, mouth open is hideous. Well, I admit, this is all quite shocking myself. It does seem highly unlikely that he would fall afoul of a trap. I had been sitting at his desk for 7 years. Apollo! I don't think we're being anymore. No, I don't think so. I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you. Sorry. Objection! Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in the envelope? The poison stamp? Where really is this poison stamp again? Had it brought it to court for us? I see no such a thing ever existed. What about the acridine residue, huh? Oh, I agree, there does seem to be acridine residue. But her forehead is certainly no stamp. Yeah, but even if your precious poison stamp did exist, Jim never would have used it. That is all. What if, I don't know. I believe we've come to a conclusion again. Apollo, weren't they wrong? Were we wrong the whole time? I can't believe it. The poison traces match up. It can't be a coincidence. I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this year. Mr. Justice? Yes, Your Honor? Let's review the facts and see where we stand. 7 years ago, Jim received a red envelope. There were traces of the poison quinine on the document inside that envelope. A similar trace was also found at the crime scene. On this tiny picture frame, the defense has indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope. An envelope that left the scene of the crime with the poison stamp on it. Yes, but even if this envelope contained the poison stamp, Andrew Misham knowingly put this in a frame, he never would have used that stamp. I'm afraid you're right, which means there's a fatal flaw in the defense's case. I haven't been on the wrong track this whole time, I'm sure of it. Traces of acrid on the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us? The defense stands by it, in your honor. We've said the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be a fake. Ah, a fake clue. Fascinating. And if we find this fake, your wild fantasies will prove quite reasonable, yeah? The fake clue that's thrown off the poison trail is has to be this one by the option. The victim was a fake clue? Yeah, and that doesn't maybe let's look at that before we go in. Let's work it out. So this was for him. Mr. Misham, it's for him. Okay. He was poisoned. I don't know what. I'll explain. We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Objection!
Okay. Congratulations, you've completely lost me. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of the fake himself, Mr. Forger. Allegedly. It makes a good story, I'll give you that. No, don't say that, because what if frickin' Mr. Brussels is like, "Oi, got him! Story, awesome!" The fake clue. Fakes. Forgeries. Ah! I know that face. That's like I had an idea face. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. What if our forger is the fake? Come again. What if it was... Wait, how old would she... Hold on. How old would this make her? 12. If we're going to accuse her of being the forger, she would have been 12 7 years ago. And he would have been 45. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into the very same trap and dies. Why? That's what I want to know. Wait, I want to say something. Okay. Yeah, okay. Because the forger who was killed was a fake. Here we are again. The victim was a fake. One forger smelled the trap. One forger fell into the trap. That's 2 forgers. One of them was a fake. Okay. Order, order, order. So you were telling us that Mr. Jerusalem, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was the fake, who was the real forger? You better not be claiming there was some sort of switcheroo. I'm afraid you're going to back up the story. Mr. Justice, just show us who the real Drew Misham was. If Drew Misham wasn't the real forger, there's only one other person who could have been. The other person who had connections with him. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was... has to have been her. There can only be one person really. Throw on the other forger, known as Drew Misham, it's none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham. Justice. This is going out on a limb, to be frank. Even for you. I kind of agree. I mean, Vera, a forger? Let's consider a possibility before we write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings, one fact becomes extremely clear. Forgery had been taking place in the city for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught up in the trap 7 years ago. This can only mean the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger. Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense. One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. 2 missions and Vera missions. If you know that Drew mission wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility for elimination. The forger was Vera mission. Well? And he's fucking... Ah! You're an idiot! Fascinating. Oh. Hello. Vera mission? You've been paying attention to the trial so far. Let's just ask her and be done with it, shall we? Who are you? Who is the forger during mission? Oh. Was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's throwing holes in the protocol Evan's face. I'm used to being set up by Froylands. Believe me. But they usually talk to me too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art? Oops, she's writing something. Yes? Oh! Well, Black got him, holy shit. So, the forger at Jerusalem was you? Yes. Yes, it was me. What? What? Order. The court was in an uproar. And I wasn't coming down. We had to break for a 10-minute recess. Okay! Wow! Well! Fucking hello, plot twist. Fucking left, right, and center. I guess. 2.5 hours. Yeah. We will finish it here. Okay. We'll come back to this either later today or tomorrow. Had fun though. Made some fucking swell progress, yeah. I'm very proud of us. That was good. So, what we have found out is that this fucking Brussels guy. This Brussels guy. Wait, let me go down to the narration. Okay. Okay. Let's open this up again. So, what we have found out. Hey, look, here's my boy. Look at it. No, hold on. This guy sucks. Like, what is this? What is this? And this is, he's just ugly. He's not ugly. He's just, what's with this hand motion? What is this suspicious motion he's doing with his shit? You know what I'm saying? What a hideous man. But, so I think, hey, Mr. Meekins. I remember this guy. Oh my god, I remember him from like years ago. Anyway. Well, chat, we had fucking a good stream. We'll come back tomorrow, or later today, and finish this shit off. I want to thank you guys for coming around. Thank you for watching. Auf Wiedersehen and goodbye, my chatteroo.